Happy 2025, everyone. So when you're watching this, it'll be 2025. It's not currently 2025 because today I'm making my vision board, and so I'm obviously doing it before the new year. So sorry, that terrified me. I didn't know what that was, but I have like a LED projector. Wait, can you? And I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is on my ceiling? Anyways, so I'm going to be making my 2025 vision board. So I want you guys to get cozy, get your own paper crafts out if you haven't done yours already. Maybe you have. And I'm going to take you through some of the things I have on it and how I use it, and maybe even go into past ones, because I always find it really interesting to see people who've done it before and then like see what they put and what actually happened. So I do have my other ones, so I'll show you them to start with. So this is one that I made I think 2 years ago now, and I've kept it up because even though I do a vision board like each year, it doesn't mean that like there's a time limit on it and that these things can happen over time as well. So it's still here and I think still working. So on my list was au pair in Paris. I put with a private apartment with view of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, I didn't get that, but I did live in the same arrondissement as the Eiffel Tower, which I think is kind of better in a way. So I did get to do this. It happened and I loved it. So that was like my biggest, I think, like thing that I put on my vision board, and that has actually come true as well. On that note, I also put French. I wanted to learn French again, and obviously like I took French lessons while I was there for 6 months. So that was like a kind of like one where you put it on not knowing how it's going to happen, and then obviously that's how it happened. At this time, it was when I was doing my studies at college, and I put like A+, A star on, and I ended up achieving some A stars, so that kind of worked. And then I also put on like traveling that I wanted to do, so I put the south of France on here, which I did when I was au pairing board. I went to the south of France, like Antibes and Toulon, and I also put Devon on, and we went on a nice Devon holiday before I went away to Paris, to Dartmouth, Salcombe, and also to, this is not the place, but we have been to a place called Rays a few times in Surrey area. It's like an Airbnb and we love it. And I mean, it's kind of like this, you know, house garden. So that happened. And then for kind of like my fitness, I put running on, which I did do a lot more running. Like running is just like a staple for me now. And I did start doing more Pilates style training. And when I was in Paris, I did join a gym. So all of this kind of happened. So that is your sign, if you need one, that vision boards do work. And I think not only, you know, does it maybe have something to do with whatever magic is going on up there, but also it helps you realize what you want, and then you do have an idea of like what you want to achieve and what you want to work towards, and then what you need to do to get that. I think if I hadn't made them vision boards, I would have been like, well, I never would have thought of au pairing in Paris, and I would have thought of going to the south of France. You know, it does kind of set a kind of thing for you to work towards, but obviously you have a little extra help from some special going on. So I thought I'd quickly take you through like my process of creating a vision board. I don't just go on Pinterest and stick on some images which I think look pretty, like some are, but I do a lot of journaling first. I think it's like the clearest way to get an idea of what you want without being kind of distracted by seeing other people's vision boards or just images on Pinterest or social media and just thinking, oh yeah, sure, I'll stick that item on, sure, I want to buy that item, or oh, I want to travel there, even though you don't want to travel there. You're just kind of putting it on, or you see an image which doesn't really have any relevance and you're like, yeah, I just want that life, and you're like, it's better to journal and kind of get a clear idea of what are maybe like the few main goals you want to achieve, and then have some for kind of like your vibe for the year. Like, what is the energy you want to bring into the new year? Like, you know, do you want to be more like slower in like how you live? Do you want like a city busy social life this year? So you really need to like touch different aspects, and journal about, I don't know, maybe the past year, how that's gone, what you wanted to be different, what it made you realize, and so like what you maybe want to change in the new year or continue, things like that. So definitely journal your life away. You can use Pinterest for like journal prompts anywhere. Just look up like new year journal prompts, goal setting prompts, anything like that, to just get an idea of what it is you want to achieve, something more specific and not necessarily tangible, but like that has a measure. So like you can be like, yeah, I achieved that because it was a goal. Maybe it was a number of something. You wanted to earn so much that year, or it was a location. I want to visit this place. So you need to be specific. So once you've done your journaling and you kind of have an idea where you want to go, what you want to achieve, it's then the funnest bit, which is to go on Pinterest and basically treat it like a shopping trip. You're going on there, you're typing in like obviously what you want to achieve. So if you're saying, I want to earn £10,000 or like save £10,000, you'll go on and you'll get a picture of something that says like 10k, or even like Photoshop or like edit your bank statement to say £10,000 or something like that. And you start gathering images, get an idea. So you want to focus on getting images for your specific goals. But then, like I said, you do want a bit of a vibe in there. So try and correlate your images. So maybe they're all a similar colour. I try to lean towards pink, you know, so try and create a general theme so it all kind of goes together and you have a matching vibe. So you're on one level, not just like totally random. I mean, you can, it's your vision board, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying sometimes it helps to kind of help with that clarity of like what energy you need to bring and like the attitude you need to give this new year. Once you have your images, you can either do it digitally. I've done it before, where this is what I did last year. I did it digitally and made it like a desktop window screen and did it on my desktop, but I can't lie, it didn't work as well. I think it needs to be physical. I'm a much more like, you know, people are like, write things digitally. No, I'm paper, pen and paper always. So I do feel like I prefer it when I cut it out. So I printed like my images out. I've got them here with me, and I've got my card, which I'm going to then stick them on. So even though technically, yeah, I could have just done it and printed it out, I just like the thing of cut it out, sticking it, making it a bit more like homemade, crafty kind of situation. So that's like the prep stages. So once you've got your pictures, it's time to then make your mood board. Well, vision board, mood board, dream board, whatever you want to call it. And so that's what I'm going to do now with you. So let's get started. so I thought I'd take you through like one or two and just kind of give you some ideas. So every year I kind of have like a quote. I got this idea off Amber Shaw, if you've ever watched her on YouTube, and I kind of have like a leading quote or word. So on the previous one it was opportunity. On the one, like the year I was turning 18, it was adulting, because I was turning 18. I wanted to get my driver's license, and it was kind of like a big step up that year. It was like, right, you're literally an adult now. So for this year, I've gone for never mind, I'll do it myself. Because I just feel like over the past year or so, like, not that I've lost independence, but like I've been let down at times by relying on other people for things. And so I'm just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna ask anymore. If I want something, I'll do it. If I want to do something, I'll do it. I don't want to be checking with someone else, relying on somebody else, involving other people, when sometimes you just can't depend on other people. There's some things which are nice to do with other people, and sometimes it's just like, do it yourself if you want to do it, so you can get it done and how you want to do it. But also I feel like it's kind of to do with, I don't know, like in this world now, it's very hard to get the job that you want without getting a degree. And I don't want to do that. And so this is me kind of being like, never mind about getting a degree, I'll find a way to do it myself. I'm determined to find a way that is not going to uni to be able to do the career and lifestyle that I want to do. So that is my like quote, kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, just like leading kind of attitude and energy. I feel like this year I've not gone as kind of bold with some things, and they are just more basic. But I feel like one of my biggest this year, well, next year, is I want to kind of continue with YouTube and Pinterest, mainly are the ones I've chosen. So I've kind of edited it to add like a number of how many like impressions and subscribers like I want to achieve by the end of the year, just because like, I don't know, like I'm really enjoying this. It's just like a fun little thing, and so that's kind of my thing of like, commit to it a bit more, be consistent, have fun with it, nothing serious. And so yeah, it's just more like keep sticking with it and having fun with it and doing new little things. So yeah, and then I always have some kind of like health fitness goal on there, and this time I've got a headstand. I have become like a real yogi. It was in one of my it's in one of my previous vision boards, and to do yoga more regularly, and I do it a lot now, pretty much every night. And I've like been progressing somewhat, but not as much as I really want to. I really want to like get good at it now. And so my goal is I want to be able to do a headstand. I can get halfway there, so I'm pretty close, but I want to like be able to do more kind of really tough yoga postures and things. And then the other health goal is, it's like a running picture with a bib on for a race. I want to do a half marathon. I said I'd never do it. I went through a really big running phase, and then like when I was studying, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then obviously like now I'm back into it in such like a more healthier way, I think, and like I really enjoy it. I'm not like being like, right, every week you need to do like so many runs and you need to do this distance on this run, this distance. I'm just like running and seeing what I can do. So yeah, it is a goal I do want to do. I do want to do it. And then I've got obviously a bit of travel. At the minute I just put this picture of Croatia on there because I've obviously done a lot of travelling as of lately, and at the minute I'm just looking for a bit more stability at home and like working, earning money, and you know, looking at apprenticeships or uni and options like that. So I don't want to be flying off left, right and centre. But this summer my best friend Charlotte from Australia is flying over to Europe, and so we're going to meet somewhere, and I think we're thinking of Croatia, which I think would be nice, sunny. Never been that way, so that's on there because I'm going to do a little trip with her. And then another one I've got is like basically computer with like a magazine editing thing, because I don't know, it's a general kind of ask, that one's definitely more putting it on and leaving it to the universe, because I don't know if I want to do journalism, publishing, marketing, gardening. So that one is there, and it's like, you can figure that one out for me, please. And then, like I said, I have a few which are just like general vibe ones. So I have like this one where it's like blonde hair with a pink bow. I'm now blonde-ish, if you could call this blonde. I don't know what you'd call it. And I've been wearing bows all the time. I mean, I've been wearing bows like since the start of this year, so it's not like a New Year thing. But that's just the vibe. Pink blonde bows. It's not really explainable. It just is. You know, I may as well stick my nails on there. It's just the vibe you want. Soft, gentle, angelic, girly. Yeah, that's the vibe. Vision board, so it's all complete. I've stuck all the pictures on there that I want, and then just like decorated, like filled in the gap with some like pink hearts. So now that I've made it, see, people have like different opinions. Some people put it in a place where you can see it. They think it's good to see it and remind you and have it out there. Some people say it's best not to see it. So it's up to you what you want to do. Personally, I do stick it up, but it goes in like the other room. It doesn't go in my room, so it's out on display, but I guess I'm not seeing it all the time. So I guess my method is I don't look at it all the time. I don't obsess over it. It's there, it's done its thing. I know what I want to happen. So yeah, that's what to do with it. It's up to you whether you put it on display or keep it hidden away a bit. But as well as obviously doing your vision board, you do have to remember that it comes from you as well. You have to put a bit of effort in. You have to try and be proactive in achieving these things. You know, you can't say, I want to publish a book and then never write anything. You can't say, I want to fly to Korea and never like look at it. Like, it's not, you know, you do have to kind of add your own little magic. But yeah, I hope you're all feeling motivated and inspired, and good luck, I guess, with your vision boards and your 2025.